And rarely can I guarantee this, but I guarantee that our interview with our next guest is going to last longer than his last fight because that only took 68 seconds for Chad Mendes to be declared a victor. We're going to be talking with Chad for at least 6 or 7. Chad, welcome to the program, sir.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. It's great to be here.
You bet, man. I'm glad to have you here. Chad, as I mentioned, MMA fighter fighting in the UFC and also a member of Team Weatherby. How cool is this? Chad, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Team Weatherby has been great for me, man. This has opened up so many doors for me. I mean, the guys, not only are they cool guys, they treat me like a family member, but I mean, it's just opened up a lot of doors in the outdoor world and opened up a lot of new sponsorships in the outdoor world. Got me to go on some cool hunts and meet some cool people. So it's been awesome.
That is very cool. Now, you grew up in California, is that right?
Yep, California, born and raised.
All right, I got to tell you, I mean, like, I'm always so pleased and gratified when I hear about Californians who hunt and who fish because, in California there are a lot of people who would like to take that away. Did you grow up hunting in California?
Oh, yeah. I started with my dad when I was as long as I can remember, probably 5, 6 years old. I remember following behind him in the woods, doing some deer hunting and obviously fishing. And, I've been doing it since I was a young kid. And, like I said, Weatherby has been a huge thing. And it's always been something that's been in my ear, the Weatherby brand and stuff. And, grew up using the guns. And now we're here. So, yeah, it's cool. You tell people you're from California and that you hunt and fish. And a lot of people are like, well, where do you do that on the beaches? They just, expect it to all be sandy beaches and don't realize that we have some of the best hunting in the world here. But, a lot of people just don't get it.
Well, and I think it's awesome because, I mean, not only are you an ambassador, you're an ambassador for two sports, Chad, because, out in California, I'm sure you get a lot of folks who again are thinking, oh, this is so barbaric what you do for a living, Chad. You just go around and punch people in the face for a living. That's what you do. How horrible. And then you kill animals in your spare time. I mean, Chad, you're a monster.
Oh, I know. I get a, and honestly, when I first started like the social media stuff, Twitter, Facebook, anytime I was always a little hesitant because anytime, I would go hunting and be successful, I would post a picture of it. And a lot of the times I'd get a lot of negative feedback. But I think just the fan base that I've built now just knows who I really am because, I'm not afraid to post it. I basically would tell people, look, this is something I do. This is a passion of mine. It's what I do in my life, and I'm never going to stop doing it. This is stuff. I don't just go around killing things to kill things. I kill things, I eat them. I use the meat through my training camp. Wild game is a very healthy way for me to diet and get my weight under control. And like I said, it's something that I'm going to do forever. And I think, I do it now, and I'll get maybe one or two people to kind of say something negative, but for the most part, all my fans are, very supportive of it now. So it's awesome to kind of see that the change from when I first started out and my fan base where it's at now.
That is very cool. And again, I think it's because, or at least part of it, I think it sounds like, Chad, is because you didn't back down. I mean, you explained what it is that you're doing. You didn't say, "Oh, well, maybe you're right, and maybe I should take a look at this." You said, "No, here's why I do this. You listen to me." And your fans were actually willing to listen to you. So good for you for trying to explain it to folks. I mean, look, I think education is the key. Whether we're when we're talking about things that people don't know a lot about, there's ignorance and then there's willful ignorance. If you choose to not know about the benefits of hunting, if you choose to not know about the sport of MMA, then you're choosing to be ignorant.
Exactly, and I had a guy on Twitter right after my last hunt. I went on a wild boar hunt, and I was successful, and I posted a picture. And sometimes I will respect if you have your opinion. If you don't agree with hunting, that's fine. That's fine. That's your own opinion. I personally like to do it, but the people that want to throw it on you are the most frustrating ones, especially the ones that are very ignorant and don't even know anything about it. I had a guy tell me, why would you go out and kill a poor innocent wild pig when you can go to the store and buy one that's been killed humanely? And I said, honestly, are you kidding me? Like, do you know how these pigs are raised in pens, in their own species raised, small little areas, and then don't even want to talk about how they're actually, killed. But over me killing, it's just, it gets pretty frustrating.
It sounds
when people are just pretty ignorant and just want to. Usually those are the people that have to say something in the first place. The ignorant, the ones that don't know anything about it. But
of course. So do you now? I'm guessing you must not. Nobody gives you grief for being a fighter, do they, Chad?
No, I mean, I'll meet people. It's usually the older females that say, "Oh, I can't watch it. It's too gruesome for me." But for the most part, no, I don't ever get any of that. Not too much.
What is tougher for you? Getting ready for a big fight or getting ready for a big hunt?
Definitely getting ready for a big fight. Hunting is just a huge passion of mine. It's something that I absolutely love to do. I mean, I love fighting, but it's more. It can just be more weight on your shoulders just because it's the way I make my living, and you got to pay the bills and stuff. So I think there's a little more pressure in the fight game. Whereas hunting, a lot of my teammates tease me and just say that I fight so that I can hunt, because I'll, go through a whole training camp fight and then I disappear for a couple weeks because I try and plan all my hunting and fishing trips directly after when I take my time off from training. So, I'd say the fighting's probably a little tougher.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you've been able to get out and do some hunting. You got any trips coming up?
Oh, I have a lot planned this year. My wife hates me right now, but I promised to take her to Italy, so we got a little thing going. So I'm actually going to Utah, do some elk hunting, and also mule deer hunting. I'm going with Team Weatherby, which I'm super pumped about, on an antelope hunt in Wyoming. I've never been antelope hunting, so I'm really excited for that one. Possibly doing another elk hunt in Oregon, and the Kansas whitetail hunt.
Wow.
So I got a lot of stuff planned, and it's, for me, I just like to plan a lot of it and then kind of go from where my fights are going to be, because you never know when when you're going to be fighting, or, when someone gets injured and you get filled in. So basically just plan them and then have to change accordingly.
That's awesome. Well, listen, Chad, I really appreciate you joining us on the program, man. Keep up the great work that you're doing, and thank you for being an ambassador for the Second Amendment. You got a lot of fans out there. We'd love to have you back on anytime.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it, and I'd love to be on anytime, so let's keep in touch.
All right, man. Thanks so much. Chad Mendes joining us from Team Weatherby.